Okay, so we're talking redistricting in California. We're joined now by one of its biggest proponents. David Huerta is president of Service Employees International Union, California, and he's in our studios in the Bay Area. Mr. Huerta, thank you so much for joining us. Elevator pitch it to the viewers across the country. Why should Californians be approving this new map? How is it of benefit to the people of California and potentially to the rest of the country?
Well, and thank you for having me, Ed. I mean, first of all, I think this is the issue for Californians that is very personal. We've seen what this administration has done, both in its actions and how it has been. You know, we saw the summer in Los Angeles, and a lot of people are really having a significant opinion on those actions. And I think a lot of folks right now feel that this is the opportunity to clap back at this administration and really voice their displeasure with what's happening coming out of D.C. and coming out of this administration and what they're doing. And so they see this as an opportunity to clap back, and that's what we're doing. And we're making, and they're voting in, they're responding and making this happen. And when I've talked to folks, they're saying, yes, I'm 50.
4.8 million Californians, I believe, have cast their ballots already for what would essentially do this. If you look here on screen, you got about you have 9 congressional districts that are Republican right now of the 53. This new map on the right would make it a lot bluer across California. And you mentioned the situation in Los Angeles over the summer. You were arrested at one point during anti-ICE protests there in L.A. On the streets of that city right now and other parts of the state, is it as concerning to you as it was then, or is that issue dropped down a bit?
No, I mean, this issue continues to be a concern for all Californians, and not just Californians, but for people across the country. You've seen what they've done in D.C., you see what they do in Chicago, you've seen what they've done in Portland and Memphis. Across this country, they are using violence as a means to try to silence people. That's what they did to me. They were trying to silence my right to exercise my First Amendment right. They tackled me, they pepper sprayed me, they arrested me, and as an attempt to try to silence me. And I will not be silenced, and our community will not be silenced. And that's exactly what this is at this moment in time, is that people are using their voice, and they're using their voice to vote yes on 50. And I think that's what really is coming down to, is how people are responding to this election right now, is how they're responding to this administration.
So part of the reason I wanted to talk to you is because you and your union, how many members you got in your union across the state?
We have approximately here in California, we're about 750,000 strong.
Yeah, so that's a big number, and you can swing a few votes in any one direction. That's why you were featured at the launch of this redistricting campaign, and it's why any Democrat who'd like to be governor of California in the future is keeping you on speed dial. And I'm curious, you've got Katie Porter running, you've got Villaraigosa, the former LA mayor, you've got Javier Becerra, the former health secretary and congressman, and now there's talk of Senator Alex Padilla getting involved. Should Padilla be jumping into this race?
Well, look, we encourage a robust debate as to who should be the next governor of California. But SEIU members are leaning in. They're participating. We've had over 12,000 volunteers, or 12,000 shifts and volunteers. We've knocked on over 100,000 doors. We've sent over 1.5 million, I think it is, last number of text messaging. We've been able to make direct voter contacts with over 25,000 voters across the state. So we're doing the work right now to make sure that this passes. And when we pass this on November 4th, and it is going to pass, we will start focusing on how we win in November of 2026. And part of that debate will be about a governorship, but it'll also be about, again, clapping back at this administration who, in all honesty, has failed working people throughout the country.
David Huerta leads SEIU California, one of the big kingmakers out there in the Golden State. We thank you for spending some time with us. We will be talking to you a lot over the next year and in the years to come. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Ed. Appreciate you.